All right, so you're looking for a dog trainer in Highland Park. We're going to walk through how to find the right one for you step by step so you can make a choice you feel really good about.
So, how do you actually choose the right person? I know it can feel like a pretty big decision, but this guide is here to give you a clear process so you can find a great professional and feel confident about it. Just picture it for a second. You're walking your dog, the metro's pulling in with all that noise and all those people, and your dog is just calmly by your side. That's the goal, right? Well, getting there starts with understanding what makes training a dog right here in our town a little different. Let's get into why training a dog for life here on the North Shore is so specific. It's about more than just sit and stay. It's about getting your dog ready to handle our unique environment.
A trainer who really knows Highland Park understands that your dog needs to be cool with busy patios on Central Avenue or the energy of the bike path. They're going to prepare your dog for those real-world situations, not just an empty training room. That kind of local knowledge is just invaluable. Okay, now let's switch gears and get really specific about what you and your dog are hoping to accomplish. Pinpointing your goals is definitely the first, most important step to finding that perfect match.
So take a moment and really think about this. What are you trying to achieve? Are you dealing with a specific problem like your dog pulling on the leash? Or are you just getting started with a brand new puppy? Your answer here is really going to help narrow down the search. First, let's try to figure out the right category. Are you just looking for good family manners, basic obedience? Or is it something more complex like fearfulness, which falls under behavior modification? Or maybe you're aiming for your dog to become a therapy dog. Knowing which bucket you're in is key. Next up, you have to think about how you want to do the training. For example, if you're dealing with stuff that only happens at your front door, well, in-home lessons are perfect. If you need to practice focusing around other dogs, group classes are a fantastic option. And if your schedule is just packed, day training can really help out. It's all about finding the format that works for your life and for your dog.
Now, let's try to make sense of all those letters you might see after a trainer's name. That alphabet soup of acronyms. They actually tell you a whole lot about a trainer's education and their philosophy. So if you see KPA-CTP, that tells you the trainer uses modern, science-based positive reinforcement. This approach is all about building a strong, trusting bond, and it makes training really effective and, frankly, fun for your dog. It's pretty much become the gold standard for a reason. CPDTK is one of the most widely recognized certifications out there. It means the trainer has put in hundreds of hours of hands-on work, and they've passed a pretty rigorous exam on everything from learning theory to teaching skills. It shows a serious commitment. And then there's this one. If you're tackling more serious issues, things like severe fear or anxiety, this is a credential you really want to look for. A CBCKA has advanced knowledge in behavior modification to help you work through those tough challenges safely. Okay, so let's say you've found a few trainers that look promising. Now it's time to actually talk to them and gather all the details you need to make your final choice. When you chat with a trainer, here are the big things to ask. You really want to hear them talk about positive reinforcement. Ask how they'll tailor the plan specifically for your dog and your family's lifestyle. And of course, understanding how they track progress and what the total costs are ensures there are no surprises later on. So let's talk about budgeting. Here's a realistic look at what training costs in our area for 2025. Prices on the North Shore can be a bit higher than other places, so this should give you a good ballpark for everything from group puppy classes to private in-home help. So the final piece of the puzzle is taking all those new skills out into the real world. You can think of it as Highland Park proofing your dog's training. The best results always come from practicing right where you and your dog live your lives every day. Take Rosewood Beach. It's a beautiful spot, but it is loaded with distractions. This is the perfect place to practice a watch me or a leave it cue, teaching your dog to stay focused on you with all the sights and sounds of the lake going on. The bike path, that has a totally different kind of energy, right? It's great for practicing polite loose leash walking, teaching your dog to stay calm and right by your side as joggers and cyclists go by. That's a skill that makes walks so much more enjoyable and safe. Now, when it's time to practice that super important come when called, you need a safe, fenced-in space. The dog park at Heller Nature Center is absolutely ideal for building a reliable recall before you ever have to use it in a wide open space. And before you even tackle the busiest parts of downtown, a place like Moraine Park is perfect. It offers a much calmer setting where you can build those foundational leash skills and confidence, away from a ton of distractions.
Good luck with your search. I hope this guide helps you find the perfect partner for your training journey. Just imagine all the new possibilities. Relaxing on a cafe patio on Central Avenue, enjoying a summer festival without any stress, or just having friends over to your home without any worry. A well-trained dog really does enrich your life here in our community.